So, came home from watching Black Panther feeling really happy and nice and thing. Only to find that my door is wide open. I distinctly remember closing my door, locking it, and checking to make sure it was locked, because for the past couple of months or so, or 2 to 3 months, I've been coming home sporadically and finding my door open. Informed my landlord of this, and he was so blasé and nonchalant and suggested that I forgot to lock the door. So with that in mind, I kept checking and rechecking every morning before I leave. And still I come home from time to time to find my door open. Today when I come home, not only was the front door open, the balcony was open as well. Today was cold. The baby was here. I had no reason in life to open the balcony door. Didn't do laundry, didn't go out there, nothing at all. And yet the balcony door was open. Oh, not unlocked, open. So obviously, when I came in, took a knife and searched my apartment to make sure that the door person wasn't in here, and checked my door, checked my house, and Patrice came as well and checked with me. And now I locked my door, and I'm using the chain on the door when I sleep at night. But the funny part about all of this is I have a landlord, and there in this building there's a foreigner that is the liaison for the foreign tenants. Whenever I speak to him about issues that I'm having, he makes it seem like I'm bothering him or I'm a bother or whatever, which is, I don't really give a shit. But for something as serious as this, it's disheartening. And, you know, the first time it happened, I found out that I told them immediately, and they came and changed the locks. When they came, the lock that they came with was not a new lock. So I said to them, why isn't there a new lock on the door? And he says that the new lock, they don't use new locks. They basically recycle the locks from door to doors. So I'm saying to him, so what if somebody had a spare key? Couldn't they just check the door? So he's like, oh, so somebody had the time to go and check from door to door until they find a door that the key opens. I'm like, yeah, because there's no camera on the floors. Of course they can do that. The landlord lives on the building, and the only camera faces their entrance. The only working camera that I'm aware of faces their entrance. When I asked about the camera, they said that they don't work. Right? Like, seriously. And I don't think, because my laptop, I have 2 laptops, one laptop and a notebook in my apartment, I have television, I have whatever. They don't want to steal anything. They just want to make me uncomfortable. Like, nothing has been stolen any of the times. I think they just want to make me uncomfortable so that I leave. Or, I don't know why. Like, and I'm going to be leaving this apartment in less than a month. But it really throws me that somebody can be so blasé and nonchalant and uncaring in a country like Japan, where these types of crimes are very, very what do you call it? I don't even know English anymore. Happens very often. These types of crimes happens very often, where women are attacked. Happens a lot, contrary to the popular belief of the safe Japan. These things happen. Women lose their underwear off their lines. All these things happen. I had a neighbor who moved from the building across from me. He used to stand in the bathroom and just look directly into my apartment. And just stand there and not move. And I would just go out on the balcony and look at him and say hello. And then he would move. Like, this type of perversion and these types of crimes, they happen. So how can you as a landlord be so relaxed and nonchalant about something like this? And I think this is like the 5th time that this has happened. Like, this is obviously an issue. Like, he genuinely thinks that I think my door was open 4 different times and I still don't check to see if I close it. That I think I'm leaving my door open and I'm still not checking to see if I close it. Like that I would make that mistake 5 different times. Like really. After something happens to you, you kind of develop an awareness, which I never lacked to begin with, because I've said this many, many times, that I've never bought into the Japanese safe. I've never bought into that. I believe everybody in the world, they're just people. And you can have good people and bad people and shitty people and great people. They're just people. So I never bought into the Japanese safe and just leave my life open and free and whatever. I never did that. In the 5 years that I've been here, I've never felt like, oh, you know, I could just leave things anywhere and this is Japan. No. In a public space where I know they're being watched, then I can take a little extra chance because of the shame culture. But in a private space, when they can hide behind who did it, they're just people. My purse was stolen. Like, I know people's bicycles were stolen. And my apartment has been broken into 5 times. Like, this is an issue. I'm so glad that I believe in this building. Like, I'm so glad.